Okay, we are now live on YouTube. Good morning, everyone. This is your first appearance here before the Magistrate Court of Clayton County. My name is Brad Gardner, and I'm a judge in this court. I'm here to inform you of the charges that have been filed against you, to advise you of certain rights, to set bail on those offenses that I'm authorized to set bail, to schedule a preliminary hearing, and to determine whether you require the assistance of an attorney. You have the right to remain silent and say nothing. But should you give up this right, anything you say during this proceeding may be used against you. So please don't discuss the facts of your case. During this and all other proceedings, you have the following rights: to the presumption of innocence, to indictment by a grand jury for most felonies or by accusation for misdemeanors, to a speedy and public trial by jury, to see, hear, and question witnesses who are called to testify against you, to compel the attendance of witnesses to testify on your behalf, to testify on your own behalf or offer evidence in your own defense, and to have an attorney represent you. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be appointed to represent you if you qualify. Some of you will be allowed to post unrestricted bonds for your release from jail. These bonds may be posted by cash, commercial, or property. Some of you will have special conditions on your bond that prohibit you from contacting certain people or going to certain places. You will also be prohibited from contacting the victim while you are in jail. If you violate the court's order, your bond will be revoked and you can remain in jail until your trial. You could also receive additional felony charges. It is important to note that if someone is listed as a victim in your case, that person will not be allowed to post your bond. Sorry, some of you are charged with offenses for which this court is not authorized by law to set bail. In this event, a bond hearing will be scheduled before a judge of the Superior Court of Clayton County, and you will be informed of that date. If you are currently on active probation, this court is not authorized to set bond at this time. Where the bond is appropriate in your case will be reconsidered after your probation officer has had an opportunity to consider this new arrest. The purpose of a preliminary hearing is to determine whether there is sufficient evidence to support the allegations against you. The standard at this stage is very low. A judge determining whether a charge goes forward at this stage only has to determine that it is possible that the crime occurred. Everyone has the ability to waive their right to a preliminary hearing. However, you should speak to a lawyer first if you are unsure about whether it is appropriate to waive your preliminary hearing. If you post bond, your preliminary hearing is automatically waived. You will receive notice at the address you give of your next court date. Lastly, I need everyone to raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm any statements you make during this proceeding will be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God? Okay. Let's get started with the ladies. I'm trying to position this camera around on my end. Give me 1 second, man.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's better. Are you Miss, is it Abrifa?
Yes.
Ma'am, you've been charged with 1 count of battery. The bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Bond is going to be set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes.
Your preliminary hearing date will be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out and you'll get a new court date in the mail.
Okay.
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from a Winfrey, I believe, Abrifa, your husband.
We live in the same household. How would that work?
Well, right now, he's the alleged victim and you're the alleged offender. And as a judge, I can't kick him out of the house. I can only place conditions on you to not go around Mr. Abrifa. And the reasoning for that, ma'am, is simple. I don't know what happened between you and your husband that led to you to come here today, other than what's in this warrant application. You're going to be able to get out of jail today, and we don't want whatever happened last night to reoccur. Your husband can contact the solicitor's office if he believes that he wants this condition to be modified, but that'll be his choice. Actually, he can make the request. The choice will be with the Solicitor General, and they will look into the case and they'll make a determination. You can make arrangements with the Sheriff's Department when you're bonding out so that there will be a sheriff officer at your house so you can get some items that could help you through daily living until this situation is resolved. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently working, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
About how much do you make per hour?
About $27 an hour.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, ma'am, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
All right. So, take a minute.
Shatella, please.
Ms. Bo, ma'am, you've been charged with one count of battery. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. One count of simple battery. Bond is going to be set at $4,000. And one count of cruelty to children in the third degree. Your bond is going to be set at $4,000. So that's going to be a total bond of $13,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Not the whole thing. I can get a bond from
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Now, I didn't place a stay away provision on this bond because the allegation is there's an altercation between you and your daughter. But that doesn't mean that there may not be additional steps taken, okay? Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes,
Are you currently working, ma'am?
yes,
About how much do you make per hour?
$25.
I'm sorry, ma'am?
$25, sir.
Okay. All right, ma'am. I'm going to find you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
So at this point, like with my daughter, do I need to stay away from her or just it's okay?
That would probably be the best course of action. But again, I know what is written here. I don't know the whole story. But whatever happened led to you being here, and I'm certain you don't want to come back. Okay, ma'am. You're free to go back.
Thank you.
Are you Miss Griffin?
Oh, no, this is Durden.
Okay.
Kadira Durden, Your Honor.
Okay. Let's place you in the wrong. All right. Okay. Ma'am, is it Darden or Durden?
Durden, but they
Okay.
have it in the system as Darden.
Okay, I'm gonna make a correction on this bond order.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, ma'am, you're charged with one count of terroristic threats or acts, and it's written as a felony offense. Bond is going to be set at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Shelley Randolph. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, ma'am?
Yes,
About how much do you make per hour?
15.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir, that'll be all.
Okay, free to go back, man. Okay. Now, is it Miss Griffin?
Yes,
Okay, do you know what you're charged with?
yes,
Okay, this is being written as a misdemeanor offense. Bond is going to be set at $5,000. You believe you can post that bond?
yes,
There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond. And let me just make sure that I have the person listed. Actually, because the alleged victim is a minor, the name isn't listed, but you know the person that's forming the basis of this allegation, correct?
correct.
Stay away from that person. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes,
Are you currently working?
no, sir.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, all right, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Step up, please, man. Close the door, gentlemen.
Samantha Griffin.
Okay. Hold on 1 second, man. Okay, Miss Griffin, ma'am, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. This is a misdemeanor offense. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Bobby Hunt. Do you understand that?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
I got,
I'm gonna let you ask whatever question you want to ask. Just let me get stuff out I need to say.
yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
About how much you make per hour?
1670.
Okay, you do qualify, ma'am. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Bobby Hunt stays in my house. Like, he's not on the lease though, so how would that be possible of, like, him being staying away from me?
Okay. So this is not an uncommon problem. And I tell people the same thing. Don't let people live in your house if you're going to be going to jail, or you're going to be getting in arguments, or you're going to be getting in fights, especially if you own the house. Because as a judge, I cannot kick a victim out of a home. So that means you're going to have to do like the other young lady, make an appointment with the sheriff's department, go to your house when the sheriff's department is there, get some items so that you can live until this matter gets resolved. Okay? Anything else, ma'am?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor, that's it for the female side.
Thank you for your patience. And have a good day.
You as well.
Okay, let's switch over to the male side.
Barber.
Mr. Barber, sir, you're charged with 1 count of entering an automobile. There's an indication that you are on probation or parole, so I cannot set bond at this hearing.
Sir.
I'm going to hear you out, whatever you want to tell me, but let me get out what I have to say, okay? There's going to be a stay away provision on this bond to stay away from 2422 Britain Place, Brittan. place in Ellenwood, Georgia. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning. Your bond hearing date is going to be set for January 14th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you currently working?
Yes, sir.
How much do you make per hour?
15.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Now, I cut you off. What is it that you wanted to tell me, sir?
I'm no longer on probation, sir. I haven't been on probation in Plain County in about 2 years now. Are you sure you're looking at my profile or my dad's profile?
Uh,
We got the same name. It happened before, but I'm not on probation.
okay. So as I understand it, your profile is linked to your fingerprints. Okay, not your name. So they run your fingerprints, and then that's how the information gets generated. In your particular
I'm not on
case,
probation, sir.
Mr. Barber, this could be a mistake. That's why we appoint lawyers. As a judge, I can't ignore what I see on the form because you're telling me that you're not on probation.
I haven't been on. I was put on probation in 2017 for first offender, and it was over with like sometime like 2 years ago. I was just here like 4 or 5 months ago for a violation of probation, but they dropped the charges because I wasn't on probation anymore. Like I'm not on probation at all.
Okay. So I cannot accept your word for that. I understand. I'm just trying to tell you, think about this. If you said, I didn't commit that crime, and I say, okay, well, you didn't commit the crime, you can go home. It doesn't work that way. I'm the reason I'm telling you this and telling you the reasoning behind it, because if it's a mistake, that's the first thing you tell your lawyer. The judge didn't grant me bond because.
What should I do about this? Like, what should I do?
Just to talk to your attorney.
You gotta wait till the attorney comes see you.
Does that register to you, Mr. Barber?
Yes,
That the
sir.
attorney is the person that's there to help you and advocate
When
on
I
your
talk
behalf.
to my attorney, and it's understood that I'm not on probation. Then
Why you don't want to talk to your lawyer?
I will talk to my lawyer. I'm just saying. When I
So
talk
you
to my
don't. So are you going to tell me that your lawyer doesn't know the next step?
I just know I'm not on
Mr.
probation.
Mr. Barber. If this is a mistake, your lawyer will rectify it.
And can he do that before?
Yes, he can. Yes, he can. That's why we appoint lawyers as quickly as possible.
What I'm saying is, can I have this check sent about like tomorrow?
Mr. Barber,
I'm asking, sir, like, how long would it take for me? Like, once I talk to my lawyer, how long would it take for this to be solved? Like, this probation part.
it depends on how quickly your lawyer moves.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If your lawyer moves like a turtle, it'll take a long time. If your lawyer runs like a gazelle, it'll be done quickly. Okay. All right, sir. Anything else?
When did you say the court date was, sir?
January 14th. I'm sorry, January 12th for the preliminary hearing, January 14th for the bond hearing. Okay. All right. You're free to go back.
Bowie.
Okay. All right, sir.
How you doing,
I'm doing well, sir. You're charged with one count of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
sir? Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Tangela Marshall. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay, you're gonna hire your own lawyer?
I have a lawyer.
I'm sorry, sir?
I have a lawyer.
Okay, all right. Any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Brooks,
Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Brooks.
Julio Brooks, Brooks.
Wake him up.
Yo, what's your name? He's coming up, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Brooks, so you're charged with one count of loitering or prowling. The bond is set by schedule, which means it is automatically set at $1,000. Do you believe you can post that bond? Did he say yes or no?
One more time.
I can't understand him, Deputy. Did he say yes or no?
Speak loud, so Judge can hear you. Say yes or no.
Can you explain what you just said one more time?
Okay. You've been charged with one count of loitering or prowling. Bond is automatically set, which means it has been preset at $1,000. Do you believe you can pay a $1,000 bond?
Be honest. Not 1,000.
Okay, deputies, let's put Mr. Brooks back at the end. I think he needs to wake up a little bit. So we'll come back to you, sir.
Let me see, bro.
Mr. Bryant.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bryant, sir, you've been charged with one count of improper U-turn. Bond is set at $500. One count of driving a vehicle without a valid license. Bond is set at $1,000. One count of obstructing or hindering a law enforcement officer. Bond is set at $2,000. And one count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond is set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post this total bond of $5,500?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working?
No, sir.
I'm going to find you qualified. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. Can you tell me my bond total again one more time?
$5,500.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Byers. Antoine Byers.
Excuse me, Mr. Byers. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
You've been charged with committing the offense of criminal trespass. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Not at this moment, sir.
Mr. Byers,
I don't have a lawyer as well. Can you appoint me a lawyer, attorney?
I'm going to get to that, Mr. Byers. I'm going to inform you, sir. It looks like that you've been given a criminal trespass warning to stay away from the airport. And what that basically means is every time you step foot on the airport, you're going to get arrested. So you may not want to go back to the airport. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your ability to bond out. Are you currently working, Mr. Byers?
No, like I said, I need an attorney. I can't. Matter of fact, I am currently working. I don't want to lose my job. Isn't that way you did? narrow your aim a little bit,
Is there a way I can do what?
narrow your excuses. Cause I really need to get out of work. I really need to get back to work. And, honestly, I'll, going back to work on the 11th, I don't want to lose my job.
Okay, Mr. Byers, how much do you make per hour?
It's top secret, sir. I don't want to get into it.
24, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Mr. Byers, stay away from the airport.
All right. All right.
Okay, okay.
Now,
Mr. Dowell, sir, you've been charged with one count of carrying a weapon concealed without a license. This is a misdemeanor offense. Bond is set by schedule, which means it's automatically set at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Only by way of bills on it.
Okay, that's gonna be an option available to you.
I'm only a few
Hold
hundred.
on. It just works easier if you just wait until I tell you, give you the information, because you may be attempting to ask me a question for something that I'm already gonna tell you. But when I get to the end, I'm gonna say, do you have any questions? And that's the time that you to speak to your heart is content, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Your preliminary hearing date is set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you currently working?
Your Honor, I am in school currently.
Okay. I'm going to find that you qualify, Mr. Dowell. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Now, I cut you off. What is it that you wanted to tell me?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, my family is inaccessible at the moment. I got classes starting on Tuesday. My last term just ended last night at midnight. And I need to get to pay my rent. I have enough money to do business with a bail fund. And like I said, I'm a few $100s short for the complete amount. The bond they gave me yesterday said 5,700. You're saying 5,000, and I just want to handle this as quickly as possible. And when I talked to the bondsman last night, the family is completely inaccessible. They told me that that was the only option, and that's the only thing that's going to keep me from continuing my education, getting my rent paid by Sunday. And I just feel like I just need a chance to make this all work out.
Okay, so bonds that are set by schedule are automatically set, and basically what happened, judges got together and made a decision as to what would be bonds that would be appropriate for certain offenses so that you don't even have to come before a judge. So I'm not going to reduce this bond. I'm going to keep it the way that it is. Ms. Dowell, you cannot carry a weapon concealed without a license.
I do understand that, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there anything else, Mr. Dowell?
Yes, Your Honor. With the bondsman situation, is there any way possible that when I get on the phone with the bondsman, that they allow me to pay them and bond myself out through the bail bondsman?
Yes, that's a possibility, but I tell people all the time, I don't work for the bonding companies. I don't make policy for the bonding companies. There's a list of bonding companies that are authorized to write bonds here in Clayton County that I would encourage you to call each one and tell them your circumstance, and their business model is to get people out of jail. So if they believe that they can strike a deal or something with you, you're probably going to be able to strike a deal and get yourself out.
Last thing, Your Honor, thank you so much, is that I'm kind of looking for that nudge that lets them know, okay, I've spoken with the judge, and he's assuring me that he understands I have no lasting relatives, and can you make it your priority to just work with me directly to get that bond sent over to the department?
I would not encourage you to say that. Okay. All right. Anything else, sir?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Gay.
Mr. Gay, sir, excuse me, you're charged with one count of terroristic threats or acts as a felony offense. I'm setting the bond at $10,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir, but I didn't blame no.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. There's going to be a stay away provision on your bond to stay away from a Manuel Willis. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, I cut you off. What is it that you wanted to say?
Sarge, I didn't threaten nobody. I told him to save his baby's life. It was a baby up there, Judge, and the baby was having a seizure. And I told him I had to be at work at 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, can you save that baby life before you check on me? Because the sheriff department, they broke my ribs. I got a broken rib right now. My whole right side messed up. I'm supposed to be in a wheelchair. These folks ain't did nothing for me. I ain't ate in 73 hours. I still haven't ate. But they holding me. For
It
nothing.
says you were arrested yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. But
You
I
said
didn't.
72 hours.
That's what I'm saying, Sarge. I never left. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Is there anything else, Mr. Gay?
Can you be my lawyer?
No, sir. That would be a conflict of interest, but I will appoint a lawyer to represent you.
I already know that. That's why I say I was just playing with you, Judge. I got the money. Though.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Gay. You're free to go back.
You welcome.
Mike Gilbert. Gilbert.
You know, man. You know. Believe me.
Good morning, Mr. Gilbert. Sir, you're charged with one count of loitering or prowling. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. One count of obstructing or hindering a law enforcement officer. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. And one count of giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Bond is also going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post this total bond of $5,000?
Yeah.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Are you currently working, Mr. Gilbert?
Yes.
I'm sorry, sir.
Yes.
How much do you make per hour?
$22.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Is there any questions you have for me?
I don't think I can pay the $5,000. I can do a $4,000.
500.
Or 500. It's only $500.
You go to the
Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Jermaine Johnson.
Sir, you're also charged with carrying a concealed weapon. Bond is also set by schedule at $5,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
About how much do you make per hour?
20 an hour.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Jamel Johnson.
I didn't, Mr. Johnson, I didn't have, well, I'll get the warrant for you. But you're charged with carrying a weapon, concealed. Bond is set by schedule, which means it's automatically set at $5,000. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you will get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir.
About how much do you make per hour?
Like 19.
Okay, you do qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. My firearm wasn't concealed.
Okay. That's what you're supposed to tell your lawyer, so your lawyer can defend you.
Oh, yes, sir. All right,
Okay. All right, so you're free to go back.
Jim Jones.
Mr. Jones, so you're charged with possession of less than an ounce of marijuana. This offense is also set by schedule, which means it's automatically set. But this bond amount is going to be $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back, Mr. Jones.
Prince. I'm sorry, Frank.
I have a Mr. Hopkins on my list. Is he there, or he's gonna be done last, or what?
Well, I'm sorry, I apologize. Go back, Mr. Price.
Mr. Hopkins, sir, you're charged with 2 counts of armed robbery. Bond cannot be set on that offense, those offenses at this time. So bond is going to be denied on that. And because I'm denying bond on that, I'm denying bond on aggravated assault, the 2 counts of aggravated assault and the 1 count of false imprisonment. I'm going to set a preliminary hearing date for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. I'm going to set a bond hearing date for January. Actually, it's going to get changed. I'm going to initially set it for the 14th, but it's going to get changed to whatever judge is presiding in Superior Court in January, and I don't have that information before me now. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes.
I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you, Mr. Hopkins. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, I've been incarcerated for 12 years and I'm just now getting this notification of this warrant.
Yeah, this warrant was taken out in April of 2010.
Yeah, that's why it had a statute.
I'm sorry?
I said it had a statute and I'm trying to figure out why it wasn't dropped.
All I can do, sir, is appoint a lawyer, and your lawyer will have to address that issue. I don't know that answer. Anything else, sir? Okay, you're free to go back.
Price.
Okay, sorry. I have a Timothy McCann.
He's a loan out, sir.
Okay. Sorry, Mr. Price. Sir, you're charged with 1 count of theft by taking. That's a misdemeanor offense. Bond is going to be set at $2,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
14.
Okay.
14, sir. Amendment. Yes, I do. Mike, someone asked to pay my bond for me, but I don't think I can.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes,
Are you working, Mr. Price?
no,
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any other questions for me?
no.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Read.
Mr. Reed, sir, you're charged with one count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. There's an indication that you're on probation or parole, so I cannot set bond at this hearing for this offense. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. Your bond hearing date is going to be set for January 14th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, Honor.
Are you currently working, sir?
Yes, sir.
How much do you make per hour?
25.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
The gun that they found on the vehicle is not mine. And I know the owner that owns the vehicle gun. Is willing to testify against the gun, I guess. It's in his name. He just dropped it in my car by accident.
Okay, you should tell your lawyer that. Okay. All right, anything else, sir? All right, you're free to go back.
This is my preliminary hearing is when, the 12th?
It's currently set for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. This is an offense that I cannot set bond at this proceeding. Doesn't mean your lawyer can't speak to the district attorney and get a consent bond or work something out, and you're out long before that date ever comes up.
I jeopardize a lot of stuff. Got clients' cars in my shops and stuff. They'll be blowing up my phone. I don't know what to tell them. Now I gotta wait the whole year. The end of the year or next year. Just gonna jeopardize a lot like that.
Okay. All right, sir, you're free to go back.
Scott.
Good morning, Mr. Scott. So you're charged with one count of simple assault. This is a misdemeanor offense. Bond is going to be set at $3,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
There's going to be a stay away provision on the bond to stay away from a Tony Rowe. Do you understand that?
Sure, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, Mr. Scott?
Yes, sir.
About how much do you make per hour?
$15 now.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir. Thank you.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Stage is gonna be officially gonna do them last, Honor.
Okay,
Tanner.
Mr. Tanner, sir, you're charged with one count of driving a vehicle with an expired or invalid tag, one count of obstructing, and bond is going to be set at $500 for that offense. One count of obstructing an officer, bond is going to be set at $2,000, and one count of driving on a suspended license, bond is going to be set at $1,500. So you're going to have a total bond set of $4,000. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yes, sir.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. The date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
Are you currently working, Mr. Tanner?
No, sir.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
Yes, sir. It's my understanding that we, the people, have the right to travel from point A to point B in a private vessel, which is not used for commercial purposes. We also are not required to register the vehicle as well. Now, the vehicle that I was traveling in was not my vehicle. I wasn't aware that the registration or the insurance situation was not made known to me, but the point that I'm trying to make here is that no crime was committed, and I was actually exercising a right which cannot be turned into a criminal.
Okay. Tell your lawyer that so your lawyer can help assist you. Okay. All right, sir, you're free to go back.
All right, sir, Mr. Thomas bonded out, so we'll be going next to Thornton.
Okay, great. Mr. Thornton, sir, you're charged with one count of driving on a suspended or revoked license. Bond is going to be set at $1,500. Excuse me, $1,500. Do you believe you can post that bond?
Yeah.
Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yeah.
Are you currently working, Mr. Thornton?
Yeah.
About how much do you make per hour?
18.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify, sir. Do you have any questions of me?
Is that taxes and everything added on that, or that's the?
No. There are going to be fees added on by the sheriff's department. They're required to do it by the state of Georgia. I don't have access to that fee schedule, so I can't tell you the final number, but they will tell you the final number once the fees are added on.
Okay.
All right. Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
Jordan.
You are Mr. Is it Worrell?
Correct.
Sir, you're charged with one count of disorderly conduct. Bond is going to be set at $1,500, and one count of public drunkenness. Bond is going to be set at $1,000. So that's going to be a total bond of $2,500. Do you believe you can post this bond?
I believe so.
Okay, your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Would you like for me to see if you qualify for the appointment of a lawyer?
Yes, please.
Are you currently working, sir?
Yes.
About how much do you make per hour?
1450.
Okay, I'm going to find that you qualify. I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions of me?
No, sir.
Okay, you're free to go back.
Thank you.
Carlos, come on. Your Honor, this is gonna be 24 also.
Okay,
Yeah, sure.
is this Mr. Zagara Arroyo?
No, Mr. Rodriguez, sir.
Okay, sir, I set bond for you at $10,000 and on the unlawful removal of baggage from the airport, and $2,000 on theft by taking. That's a total bond of $12,000. I'm going to set a preliminary hearing date for January 12th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. Do you want me to appoint you a lawyer, sir?
My mom is here, I don't want to disturb anything.
Okay, I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you.
For the bag. But the cops know how to handle it.
I'm going to appoint a lawyer to represent you so that the lawyer can assist you. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, sir, you're free to go back.
Come on. I'm gonna bring Mr. Brooks back up, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, come on, Brooks.
Mr. Brooks, I think where we left off, I was asking if you can pay this $1,000 bond. Do you believe you can pay this $1,000 bond?
What am I thinking, sir? I was not gonna pay the full amount of total, but I maybe could pay like an average of it. I wouldn't say I was prepared like myself.
You can go through a bonding company and pay approximately 10% of the bond, which would be about between $100 and $150.
Heard on that.
I'm sorry?
I said, heard on that, sir.
Okay. Your preliminary hearing date is going to be set for January 11th at 8:30 in the morning, courtroom 201. That date will get waived upon your bonding out, and you'll get a new court date in the mail. I'm going to go ahead and appoint a lawyer to represent you, Mr. Brooks, okay?
Heard on that.
Okay, sir, you're free to go back.
No, I'm not.
The last one be a fugitive, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Stayes, sir, you have the same rights and privileges as I explained earlier, but you're in a little bit of a different boat. You're here on what's being called a fugitive from justice warrant. And specifically, it looks like Sumner County Sheriff's Office in Tennessee has a warrant for your arrest for violation of probation. Now, you have a right to challenge this process, but they said that they're going to extradite you, which means they're going to want to bring you back to Tennessee. You have the right to challenge that that process. So if you were to challenge that process sometime between now and the next 90 days, there will be a hearing held here in Clayton County for the sole purpose of determining if you are Alan Stayes and whether there is in existence a probation warrant out of Tennessee for your arrest. If at the end of that hearing, the judge determines that those two conditions are met, the judge will sign off on your being extradited to Tennessee. At that point, Tennessee will have a minimum of 30 days to come get you. It could go up to 60 days upon request. If you believe that you're the person named in the warrant and that there's probably a warrant for your arrest for violation of probation out of Sumner County, Tennessee, you can waive that process. If you waive that process, the clock will start running today for that 30-day up to 60-day period. If the sheriff's department at the end of the 30 days, if Tennessee has not come and gotten you, you'll probably they'll probably get a call from the sheriff's department here trying to figure out if they're gonna come and get you. If they say no, sheriff's office will release you out the front door, but the warrant will still be valid. So they can release you out of the front door. You run into a law enforcement officer 5 minutes later, and they run your information and see that you have a warrant for your arrest out of Tennessee. The whole process starts all over again. Up until this point, do you have any questions?
So once I sign this, they have up to 30 days to come get me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you want to waive and sign?
Yeah, I want
Okay.
to, I know for a fact I got a warrant.
Okay, so they will give you the waiver paperwork. And when you sign it, they'll send it to me. And then the clock will start running today.
All right, thank you.
Okay. All right, sir. When he signs that, he's free to go back.
No, you can just sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah, just sign it right there. Yeah. All right, Your Honor, that's gonna be everybody on the calendar for today.
Okay, thank you. Do you know if they were able to finish filling out those CAA forms?
Yes, we send it up to the clerks.
Okay, I'll check on it when I get off. And hopefully I won't have any more technical gremlins, but you have a good weekend.
You too, Your Honor.
Okay.